Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. It's a new stream day. It's Tuesday. And I'm ready to play some Gungeon. Warming up, of course, as the Paradox. And oh ho, it's quite ironic I'm warming up as a Paradox because it's freaking 80 degrees inside. Demon Head. It's pretty good. It's freaking 80 degrees, and I'm not one to complain too much. Well, I am very much one to complain about the heat, even though I know that it is not exactly hot. It's just slightly warm. Freaking global warming, we can only be so glad that it's 80 degrees and not 800, right? No, but really. It's warm, it's hot, it's humid. I really wish that I could actually turn on my AC or put on a fan directly in front of my face, but if I tried to do that, I'm pretty sure the audio would just end up going and that doesn't really make for good content, does it? So I freaking I'm sorry for constantly complaining, but you know what? It's warm for me. I prefer the cold, because then if I have my computer on and I play games all day, then it just keeps me warm, and I can just cuddle with my computer at night. Yo, I hate this robot's right hand without the battery bullets. The accuracy is horrible. So hello everybody in chat. The Wort, I saw you. You apologized for something for Saturday, which I don't even know what it was. It's not that I'm ignoring you, so I just have no idea what the hell you're talking about. But also, hello, welcome, and I hope everybody enjoys themselves here today. So hello, Riveter and Disposable Account and MSV Cole and Spider-Cat Gaming. Disposable Account's gonna be happy because today all I'm gonna be streaming is 2D adventure roguelike games instead of Rocket League with Mud. Although I had a good time playing Rocket League with Mud. I don't know what we're gonna actually end up playing later, but it'll be something. What is the how long is the Steam Summer Sale going on for? The Steam Summer Sale is going. Okay, currently it's the 2nd. It's July 2nd. When is the summer sale over? Somebody in chat needs to tell me because I really want to make sure I actually buy something before the sale closes. I've been talking about this for a while now. There's a couple of things that I want to pick up, but I just haven't done it yet. By the time this video goes up on YouTube, I'm pretty sure that the Steam Summer Sale is going to be 3 weeks closed. But you know what? At least for my own benefit, if I can remind myself, or if you guys can remind me, I will do it. You think it's the 6th IIRC? Well, if it's the 6th, I'll have to try my best to remember to buy before the 6th. Steam Summer Sale is apparently really exploitable. I mean, here's the thing about the Summer Sale. Here's the thing about the Summer Sale is that I remember the old Steam Summer Sales, the Table Tech Blank, dude. I remember the old summer sales. I remember the summer sales where it's like, you have to play games, and by playing games, you earn tickets, and by getting tickets, you can get free items, and that was the sale. The sale was, you know, there was a lot of, these games are cheap, you can buy them, but it wasn't about cards, it wasn't about marketplace, it wasn't about cash. It wasn't about exploitation of the user base. It was like, hey, we're doing a sale and we're also doing a promotion, you know? I hate the Steam Summer Sales and the Winter Sales and all the new sales because all they are just like excuses to get you to integrate with the marketplace, right? It's excuses for you to play games. They give you cards and then you go on the marketplace and then you sell the cards in the marketplace and then Steam gets another cut. It's like, yeah, the whole point of the Steam Summer Sale is that Steam sells you stuff. But at least when it was as it felt more fun. You know what I mean? It felt more fun when it was like a coal hunt, or you just got free things and you didn't have to worry about min-maxing the marketplace and selling the crappy cards that you get. And I just hate it, you know? I feel like they're doing it specifically because someone said, we should do something else that, you know, gives us a little bit more profit on our summer sales, you know, because they have the new marketplace and all that stuff, and I hate it. I dislike it. Anyways. Let's go down to the oubliette. If I fix Gunslinger's ashes in your mod, then I will suck your gun. How would you fix it? How would you fix it, Spider-Cat Gaming? I know how I would fix it. I would probably make it so that it has a little bit of a slower rate of fire, but the projectiles go until they hit a wall. That's probably what I would do. It would basically turn it into a BD gun, but you don't have to actually fire the BDs. Because the gun would just always fire the BDs. Like, you don't have to go through 15 shots out of Eye of the Beholster in order to fire a minion that shoots bullets, but I definitely want to do something like that with the gun, just because it is kind of garbo, but that's fine. We don't gotta worry about it for now. Because I haven't done a lot of modding work lately. I know that there's a couple of bugs I need to fix with my mod, but we're not gonna talk about that because we're here playing Gungeon, not mod the Gungeon, except that's exactly what we are playing, but just ignore that. Yo, table type blanks. I gotta keep reminding myself I have it because I purposefully didn't look at the beginning of the run because I wanted to see if it would be a surprise. And it feels like 2 out of the last 4 runs we've had a table flip item, you know, a table tech something. So it's been relatively easy to figure out what our passive was. Well, I mean, there's a small chance if I get far enough away, the wick will be destroyed. Nope, chest was destroyed. That's fine. But it would be difficult to actually know what your passive is just through playing. Sometimes you can figure it out, like, oh, I'm definitely moving faster, I'm shooting faster, my bullets have less spread. If you flip a table, you get an effect. That's a very easy one. But I like that little mini game for myself in a Gungeon run. It's guess what the starting passive is, and you guys can play along, and you guys can give me your guesses in chat too. You know. What does this shrine do? It gives you full ammo ? It might give you a chance at getting max ammo up. I honestly don't remember. I have a vague recollection of it possibly giving you an ammo capacity up as well, but admittedly, I just don't frickin' remember at all. Blech. Might as well. We definitely want a gun, I think. So we'll just fight the boss. Also gives us a reason to use some frickin' ammo drops in the future when we start getting them again. We've had like 4 ammo drops in 2 floors. I hate it when the game does that. It gives you so many ammo drops front-loaded into your run, and then you get down to the Forge and Bullet Hell and you get 0. Spread out the love, game. I like the Jolter synergy with Demon Head, just because it's free damage. I mean, honestly, well, I mean, we had a couple of different items. There was a chance we would get the Jolter out of that Cindergrace chest had we opened it. Hey! Okay. It's gonna be a beam-heavy run, and you know what? That's not too bad. It could be worse. It's just refill ammo and curse up that shrine. I could have sworn it was ammo capacity up, but I think that's probably just my brain thinking of the random shrine. Because if it is a random shrine, that one can give you an ammo refill or an ammo capacity upgrade, because I think I did it once recently, and I ended up having like times 2.2 ammo capacity up on all guns, and it was like, oh, this is kind of nice. I'm gonna have so much ammo? Really? Right, because it's a bouncing bullet. In the back of my head, I'm like, shouldn't that bullet have been destroyed? Forgot that it had a tail. I got confused. I got confuddled. That's okay. Who cares about the armor? Oh, Mine Cutter is so good, but also, this is a good shop. This is one of those shops that makes me hate the shop, because it's like, I want 200 credits yesterday so I could actually buy everything you have? Because we're done with the floor. We've explored actually everything. We've destroyed a chest, blue chest, who cares? Just checking. Casey for 42, Minecutter for 78. You know what? Let's roll the bones on this floor in the future. I know, everyone's like, do the Casey. Well, you know what? You do the Casey, god damn it. And also, we've done Casey, well, relatively recently. We can wait and do another Casey run, you know, next time, because I'm sure we're gonna start with it as we play the Paradox character, and then we'll be like, oh hey, perfect opportunity to play as Casey. Play as Casey? Yo, there should be a Casey transformation. If you get Casey and like sunglasses or something. Because like the reference is Casey at bat, right? So, I don't know, maybe there's something you could do there. Alright. There's a bug with Starbound in the summer sale. You can cheese lots of points. I don't even understand what the point of the summer sale game is, because I just didn't care. Like, I signed up for a team, and then I'm just alt for the Steam client. It's like, well, I'm done. I don't care. Because that's the type of, like, that's the type of thing that I don't enjoy about the summer sales, is that it kind of, like, puts another layer in between the actual like advertisement and oh god, it's too hot. My brain can't function today. It puts another layer up between the marketing for the advertisement for whatever the summer sale is, if it's a freaking coal event or if it's oh, play games for points, and then the actual playing of the game themselves. And it's always, oh, you can get more points if you spend money in the Steam store. Every $100 you spend is 10 points for your team. And it's like, well, you know. Or instead of creating this, like, essentially Facebook currency for the Steam summer sale, what you could have done is just like, hey, for every achievement you get a token, and you can redeem these tokens for prizes, or you can redeem these tokens for entry chances. Maybe they don't do that anymore though, because the early Steam summer sales just like took too much money to do though, you know? Like maybe they were too popular and maybe Steam was like, well, we can't do that again, we're gonna go broke. So they kind of changed it up a little bit, I don't know. Whatever it is, I just kind of hate it. But you know what? That's fine. Because as long as they still have sales of games that I am interested in buying, I will buy things. Admittedly, the past couple of years though, the sales have been pretty garbo anyways, right? I mean, there's always the classics that are on sale, like, oh, if you don't have Spelunky or FTL, now's the time to get it. Well, I've got like 2 copies of all those games, and I've given some of them away as well. By the way, make sure you are subscribed on YouTube and following on Twitch, and maybe if I do a giveaway, I'll give away some games at some point. I should at some point, because I do have a few games in my Steam inventory that I'm not doing anything with. I did give away a copy of FTL a while ago. I don't know what's left, but some garbage games I have, like Counter-Strike Go. Whatever the bad Counter-Strike was, the one that nobody plays. I think I have a copy of that somewhere. Because like there was a Counter-Strike Source and then there was a Counter-Strike Go, I think. Actually don't know. Because I don't play Counter-Strike games, admittedly. Do people even play the new Counter-Strike games, or do they only play the old ones? Is it like Smash Brothers tournaments where it's like, we only play Melee here? Man, I really liked Brawl. Get out of here. Your kind aren't welcome here. Oh, I really hope that doesn't happen. All Mario games are beautiful. I haven't played the new Mario Maker 2. Well, that's not true. I played it for like 2 minutes. But I haven't seen very much of it. I don't know what the current cool levels are in Mario Maker 2. But I'm interested in maybe playing some of that at some point, or just watching other people play it. That's one of those games where you can definitely watch other people play it, and it's quite enjoyable, especially if you are watching people who can actually make it amusing, you know? You have a story about the most nefarious wall mimic ever. It was hiding inside the floor one fireplace and waited until I went inside to activate. Ooh. 3 keys is the most boring choice from the previous floor? Nah. Because you don't know what you're gonna get. It could be anything. It could even be the Casey. Well, except not from these chests, but I don't want to force Casey to happen on a run, you know? Like, what would I do in that situation? Buy the keys. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna buy the keys. I read it, Spider Cat Gaming. I'm a little slow on chat, but what else is new? So I'm gonna try my best to actually use this this jetpack here, knowing of course that we cannot dodge, but we don't need to dodge until the laser beam comes out. Otherwise, you know, this jetpack is more than capable of getting the job done. Yeah, it looks like this beholster has jaundice. You guys seeing this? Like the eyeball turns yellow when the skin turns green. It's like, are you okay there? Look at this! Eat a freaking lemon. Or am I thinking of scurvy? I don't know. Oh boy, we got the blasphemy, everybody. Oh, this is a blasphemy. It's everyone's favorite blasphemous gun. All right, well, may or may not use that. Ooh, 144, 78, 108. We can't even afford a freaking amulet, so I guess we're just gonna buy a key. I mean, random S tier item in a few floors, sure, we'll buy it. We'll break the chests, go down to the next floor. Kind of disappointing items and chests on this run so far. What do we have? Zombie bullets, poison immunity, 2 beam guns, blasphemy, which if we take damage is unusable, and the rattler. It's like the only good item we have on this freaking floor, or on this run rather, is the rattler, pretty much. I mean, table tuck blanks is nice, but that helps you not at all on bosses. This doesn't seem to be a fantastic run here. People only play Go to gamble on it. Gotcha. Hey Cheese Baron, how's it going? And Link 5, I see you guys. I mean, honestly, just like starter pistol rattler. What the hell are we gonna use to kill our boss on this floor? I need to get a gun before I fight the old king. If we fight the old king right now, you wanna know what we're gonna be fighting him with? Our starter pistol. We're gonna run out of ammo in Science Cannon in about 2 seconds. It's gonna do maybe 30% of his HP and damage, and then we're gonna have to do the rest of the fight with our starting gun. This does not instill me with confidence, game. But you know what? I do have a key. And I'm holding on to this key because in the back of my head I'm thinking, well, you know what? If you defeat the old king, you get a Sinner Grace chest. And a Sinner Grace chest could be anything. It could even be a gun. Or the Casey. Well, it actually can't be the Casey. We need what? Hammer? Sunglasses? I forget what the synergy is for the Casey. Jetpack is a black item on Winchester. I mean, or you could just not miss, so, you know, there's also that whole thing. I mean, on the bright side, we're not gonna die. We've got the egg. If I have to spend it as a 1-up, well, not 1-up, but full heal, I'll do it. Don't want to, but if we ever, you know, get to that point on the old king fight, I'll do it. Verity, hello, welcome. It's like 5 things. Armor of Thorn, Shotgun Full of Hate, Nail Gun, Eye Patch, Casey. Okay. Well, I guess here's hoping we don't get those, I suppose. Or here's hoping we do get those. I haven't decided yet whether I want or do not want Casey. Thanks, Blob. You just he got rid of the entire fire. You asshole. I really wanted the Gun Knight to walk his ass over there and just burn. I never die anyway. I died like a dozen runs ago when I was fighting the Trigger Twins as the bullet using the Blasphemia after I'd taken damage. Now granted, I threw a little bit because it's like, well, let's just try to dodge roll into him and kill him or some BS like that. It didn't really focus on dodging, but hey, it happens. I died 600 runs ago when I was doing a BCDD 20T run and I took every single piece of spice I could. Remember that one? I remember that one. No, actually, that wasn't BCDD 20T. It was just regular old Paradox start, I think. Or if I take every single cursed item and, oh my god, why is every enemy cursed? Hey, you'd think that maybe you would figure that out after taking 16 cursed items. Yo, I will also say, hey game, now that we're past floor 1, could you give me an ammo drop? That would be absolutely lovely right now. You know what I would be down for? Ammo. Lucarietta, hello, welcome. How you doing? Come on. You got Makarov, Budget Revolver, Ring of Mimic Friendship from a Paradox start. Well, if that's actually what you got, the first thing that you need to do on that run is make sure that you get rid of Ring of Mimic Friendship, because Ring of Mimic Friendship is absolute hot trash. One of the worst items in the entire game. So get rid of it. Ring of Mimic Friendship is worse than having no item to start with in Gungeon. Flip the table. That is not the gun I thought I had out. Yeah, dueling pistol, that's what I want. Instead of my starting pistol, let's use dueling pistol. Well, I mean, it's, mixes things up a bit, doesn't it? You got rid of the run because it was boss rush. Nah, you got boss rush. You definitely got to fight the boss with the Makarov. Makarov or no balls. It is just as good as any other gun. Well, starting gun, maybe. I can't even hit because my accuracy is so bad. And I don't mean my accuracy, I mean the character's accuracy, of course. Mr. Goldsmith, hello, welcome, how you doing? I helped you to defeat the rat. The rat is a son of a gun. We don't talk about him here anymore. I think I've had pretty decent rat runs recently, whenever I've actually done the rat, but I haven't actually focused on doing the rat too often lately. And nothing of value was lost. Ugh. I'll do it because I want an item. What's the best strategy for boss rush? Play as a convict, take damage, and then do a lot of damage in return, basically. Yo, we get Deckard. Deckard is pretty lovely. Definitely the best thing we picked up on the floor, I think. We don't want anything else. Pitchfork is utter trash. We can get a key and open up the green chest, or we can wait, and then when we open up the Sinnergrace chest, maybe we'll get a synergy. I think we can definitely take out the boss now that we have the Deckard. It's gonna be our gun of choice. Whoops. But here's hoping that whenever we run out of ammo and a gun, we get Sprun. It's not when we take damage, it's not when we run out of ammo. I'm trying to figure it out, but I really just don't know what the... Oh, there it is. It's whenever you lose your last piece of armor. F that! So we have to get armor and then lose the armor in order to get Sprun. Oh my god, that's so horrible. It's so horrible because it's never gonna happen. I mean, it was nice to at least get it for that period of time, you know, did a lot of damage to the boss, but we can't engineer that to happen. Oh no, it's just, what? I actually have no idea. Because we already took damage, right? But then when we lost armor, I don't understand, actually. I have no idea. Someone needs to explain to me why I got Sprun activated there. Hey, thank you for the follow, Goldsmith. Because that doesn't seem to have actually made any sense, but we'll open this up first. Alright, what do we get? Jesus Christ. Dawn of the Gundead! I don't know what this synergy does. Do we get more ammo back? We're down to 75. 76, 77, 78. Alright, well, you know, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, I have no idea why Sprun... It did not activate the first time we took damage. It did activate the second time we took damage, which was when we lost all of our armor, but then it also activated when we got hit for red heart damage after that. I don't understand the conditions for why Sprun had activated there. It's very, very unusual. Well, tell you what, we'll use it, because it's here, I guess. It's, you know, if the gunslinger itself can come back to life on your run, I think you've got to give it a shot, right? When the gun of the gunslinger says, hey, you were talking about me earlier? You tried to get rid of me? Nah. You got to use me, then we'll use it. Do these things bounce? No, they home. I think the homing can blast. Thank you for the resub. 11 months. Yo, that's close to 12. I can never remember if the homing was a thing that was added to Farewell Arms or not, but it definitely feels like it. Because I don't remember them homing, but maybe I just never used the gun, so I don't know. I'm trying to get close, but it's hard. Should probably do it. I'm trying to also like pay attention to how much ammo I have, and I'm like, why do I get ammo back sometimes? Why do I not get ammo back? Is it if the gunslinger man doesn't hit an enemy, you'll get the refund for it? Or is it if he doesn't shoot anything, I'll get the refund for it? I have no idea. But for the time being, we'll just keep using this. We're definitely getting a lot of value out of the refunding ammo, though, because it would not be able to take me 2 rooms. But so far, the gun is actually taking me through like 5 rooms, so it's not too bad. Do I blank my own shots? I want to figure that out. Do I actually blank my own gunslinger shots out of the air? God, I hope not. That would be horrible. I'm talking trash about it both times. Yeah. No, I can't tell if I actually blank them. Well, got 1 bullet back. Alright, out of ammo. Thank God. Let's switch back to the Rattler, shall we? Rattler and Blooper seems like a pretty good combination. I mean, now that we have the Deckard, I don't really feel like we need another boss killer specifically for boss killing. I think we could probably just use any gun plus whatever remaining Deckard ammo we have. Actually, we ran out, didn't we? No, we have 28 shots left. That's good enough. Ah! So there's another thing that I want to do on this run, and that is I want to get 1 more piece of armor and then take damage, because I want to see if that will actually activate Sprun. I want to see if it activates Sprun only if I take damage and as a result of taking damage have exactly 0 armor, or if it's whenever I take damage. Like, I want to figure it out. You know, I've learned the value of Sprun. It carried me hard through a BCDD20T run, and I want to make sure that I understand how the item functions, because it... Thanks. That's exactly what I wanted. Take damage when I don't have any extra remaining armor. It's perfect. I want to understand the actual gun mechanic, because it could carry me through a run, and I want to make sure that I'm able to actually use it appropriately. By the way, we're gonna take cigarettes, because we can activate Sprun whenever we want, actually. We can just, whenever we want, use cigarettes, walk into a room, kill all the enemies, get the HP for later. We've done it. But first, I actually do want to get armor, because if I get armor, I want to actually test out the mechanic of Sprun, and then we'll get cigarettes, and then we'll have infinite Sprun on this run. And we'll see what happens. I know that we will have to get rid of the egg. I'm okay doing that, because we will get probably like a C or a B tier item. It might not be green level, it might just be a blue level item, but I'll run the risk. Can't freaking hear my own thoughts anymore. But we'll finish off the floor first, and we'll see what's going on. There's no extra HP on the ground. I mean, the other thing that we could do is actually just use cigarettes and then use the egg for full health, you know? Yeah, Random Ribbiter has the idea is that if we do that, then we can actually get a whole bunch of coolness. We'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 coolness from the HP that we have, possibly 10 or 11 just from the flawless. Plus more if we want to actually end up buying some HP. But first, let's fight the boss and see what happens. There's no reason to get cigarettes first, I don't think. Hate that those blanks didn't, or that the explosions didn't quite work the way I wanted them to, but it's close enough. Doesn't gotta be perfect, just has to break enough shots for me to be happy. Uh-oh. Should have saved a couple of explosions, though, for this right here. And now I'm scared. But we just go one at a time. We should be fine. Maybe should have popped a blank as these things were spawning in. I don't think so. There you are. We got her. We got her. If you get riddle of lead, get the full HP out of it. I'll try to pay attention to that if it shows up. Or maybe not that item specifically, but I'll pay attention to full health stuff as it shows up. But yeah, I think we want to get rid of the egg. It's slightly disappointing because, you know, we're not going to get a massive high quality item out of it, but you know what? What we will get. I should have picked up the other chest first because it was probably a gun, wasn't it? Yep. Boo. What we will get is a whole bunch of coolness. Let's do that right now. But first, what happens if we have 2 armor and we hurt ourselves with the cigarettes? Will it actually activate Sprun? I gotta figure this out. No, so it's only if we run out of armor during a hit, then it'll actually activate Sprun effect. Yes. That's so weird, but it is what it is. The other question I have is, does taking damage reset the timer on Sprun? So I'll just, no, doesn't seem like it does. Hey, you know what? Good enough. Good to figure it out. So, goodbye, weird egg. Make sure we're not holding the cigarettes, and we can do this a few more times, then we'll get the hell out of here. Bap, bap, bap. We have no keys going down to the next floor, but ideally, we are going to, oh, fuck. I wanted to drop my gun and pick it back up so it would be the next gun I switch to when the wind gunner runs out. What is it called? Hold on. Wind Fury? Gunder Fury? I forget what the name of the gun that Sprun transforms into is called, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's get the hell out of here. It is called Wind Gunner. Alright. That's what I thought it was called. But anyways, I think that when you, yeah, there it is, right there, Wind Gunner. I think that when this effect runs out, it uses whatever your last picked up gun was as your new gun, so I wanted to always switch over to the Rattler, basically. Because that's a gun that I'm always going to be, you know, it's always going to be an acceptable gun for most situations. Yeah, so it switched over to the Rattler. Hey, you know what? It's good to know that that's how it works. Reminds me a bit of the occasional gun ordering that you would want to do in like a BCDD 20T run. Well, actually not Blessed. You know, minus Blessed, add just the DD20 component, where you would want to have your guns in a specific order. Because if your guns are in a specific order, then you can, you know that, oh, if I hit reload once, I'm going to switch over to a beam gun, so if I get gun Q, I can just use that gun for the room, you know? Like, oh, I can use Demon Head, I can use Science Cannon, Gamma Ray, whatever. Where the hell are we going? Up here, okay. The other thing that you can do in those DD20 mode runs, something that I don't do, but I probably should do. I mean, here's the thing. I've been doing a lot of BCDD20T lately, and by a lot, I mean not really a lot, but a few runs. The one thing that you can do is you can always just drop your non-boss killers before the boss fight, knock the rat off of them, and then you can still have them when you're done with the fight. Which is an important little strategy there that I should do a little bit more often. I should show it off a little bit more often because it's very important. It's very important because you got to do whatever the hell you can to win those runs, it feels like sometimes. Hey, you know what that means? And honestly, this seems like a pretty good room to have a good gun on. This is a little bit less useful, but I'll still use it. Yo, 2 keys. Hey, you know what? The coolness? Maybe the coolness is starting to pay off, you know? Where the hell's the key? What? Hold on. Okay, we walked into the room. Key bulletkin, enemy, enemy, enemy. Walked over here, we killed him. Is the key right here? Where's the key? I'm losing my mind. Is it behind a table? Hold up. Might be in a wall, but the blank should clear it from its prison if there's a key somewhere. Is it underneath a lantern? Hold on, it might be underneath a lantern. I'm just missing it. Ah. I have no idea. I mean, I guess we'll come back and we can just pop a blank in the middle of the room and see what happens after the boss fight or something. But where's my key? I earned that key. Macho Libre, hello, welcome. I earned that key fair and square by murdering a key bulletkin in cold, hard blood. Thanks, Space Friend. You really didn't have to kill the thwomp, but I appreciate your gumption, kid. Give key. We're not gonna cheat, because this is a vanilla Gungeon thing and all. Did the key come over here? It's a vanilla Gungeon thing that's making this key just be completely invisible to me, but we'll figure it out. I swear to God, I'll get that key. Come hell or high water. Come hell or high water. Is that a nautical saying? Is that something that pirates would say back in like the 1600s? Come hell or high water, because that was their hell? Because it meant that, well, actually, wouldn't low water mean that there was like a storm a-brewing because the storm would suck up the water? No, well, that's if it's a hurricane, right? The water levels drop a little bit because it's all getting sucked up into the clouds? Or is that because it's a tsunami and the water level goes really low, really quickly, and then it goes up? I don't know. It's very important that I figure that out, though. Close your bloop. Close your bee-hole. That means bloop hole. We have found the shop. Kind of tempted to just go to the shop and then pop blanks to see if there's a secret room, but upon closer inspection of the map, there is no shop. Or sorry, no secret room in the shop. There's a shop. It's right over there. Box. I would like this. Not forever, but I think a temporary box is totally doable. What was in this room? Shell, airstrike. You know, actually, I kind of don't care about the box. It's gonna take the money and run. Because I thought about it and it's like, well, you know what? This is like 54. And a key, in theory, is free. We can actually freaking find it. Maybe what I need to do is like come down into this room and pop a blank like right here and it'll push it up against the wall and free the key from its prison. I don't know. Could teleport to it via the F4 menu. I'm not gonna use Mod the Gungeon menu to cheat. If the game has deigned fit to hide a key from us, then that key will be forever inaccessible. Box double damage dueling laser? That shouldn't matter too much because you wanna know why? We're gonna hit the damage cap with this. Seems like these guys are going more slowly than usual. Why are they going so slow? The easiest boss fight ever. Oh, we got slower enemy bullets, you freaking idiot. No wonder. Every time without fail, by the way, I used my last blank. Every time without fail, I question it. Man, why are we is something moving so fast? Why is something moving so slow? .99% of the time, it's just because we've got the freaking item that makes everything go a little bit slower. Alright, so I have no idea how to get this key. I accidentally used a blank. It was a key mimic. That would be a wonderful addition to Gungeon, I think. Well, it's not that big. Not that big of a biggie. We can just buy a key here. Get back up to full health. And then skedaddle skadoodle. Now, will we still have Fury Gun on the next floor? I have no idea. Also, I should have definitely sold some garbage guns. That is a mistake. We have a bunch of guns that we don't care about, and the extra money would have been really helpful on this floor. That is probably gonna bite me a little bit. The Forge shop usually tends to have a few things that you want to buy, and I did just kind of... I basically completely ruined any chance we would possibly have of being able to buy anything, so... live with it, accept it. Understand that I have no control over my own actions sometimes, and... the opinions of AbeClancy does not necessarily represent the opinions or beliefs of the show. Well, it's not that bad. Because we've still got a pretty good run here. We've still got Sprun. We can activate it before any boss fight we want. Whenever we get hit, we're gonna have Sprun activate, which is honestly, I think, one of the best times to have Sprun activate is when you get hit, because that's when you need it, right? I've said that in the past, but I certainly do believe it, that when you need Sprun to activate, such as when you've taken damage, and for that to be when it activates, it's fantastic. It's the best thing in the world. Use Old Goldie? We can. Don't have much ammo in anything else right now. Big problem with excuse me. The big problem with Old Goldie though is the range. So I think maybe Old Goldie Fat Line might actually be pretty nice. Because if there is an enemy at range, we don't really care that much about killing him quickly or not. So we could actually use the Fat Line for that. Oh, I was too focused on killing the Chanspulon. That's fine. Yo, what room are we in? I'm always confused by the map. I also find that interesting. It's a different mage. Yo, that's cool. I suppose what it is actually like a random mage spawns in that room. That explains so much. Why it always feels like it's a little bit random. Oh, because it is? You freaking fool. Admittedly, Old Goldie is it's doing a good job. It's got good damage output. Chance bullets, love it. Synergizes with. Flame Hand, which is very unfortunate because that is not what I want out of the Flame Hand. I think the synergy is quite poor. One Deckard. I feel like that's a pretty bad synergy because usually you don't want the shot to hit an enemy, stop without piercing, without applying the knockback, and then just dropping fire on the ground that likely the enemy has already been pushed out of the way of, you know? I do like getting the occasional short range, like killing blow shot from chance bullets, but I think we've done this before in the past, and we have to be careful not to shoot a mimic with it, because if... Where's my item? There's no item. Because I think if you shoot a mimic with it, it actually, I think, destroys the mimic, or the item that was gonna be in the mimic. I feel something to that effect, that we just have to be a little bit careful. Should have probably taken this for, I don't know, old Goldie. Alright, you know what we should do? No, you know what? That's exactly why he dropped nothing. It's because, literally, the thing I was just talking about. We killed him with the 3-star knockout punch projectile from the gun, and as a result of that, he died instantly. So what's happening is, it's this gun. Oops, sorry. What's happening is it's the punching glove. It's the fact that whenever we are actually getting the chance bullet effect, instead of doing this, it's actually giving me the full charge shot out of the punching glove, which disintegrates enemies. So if it hits a mimic, if it hits a chance bulletkin, it will disintegrate the enemy, and disintegrated enemies don't drop loot. So what's happening is chance bullets is making it so that I'm not getting loot out of things that it kills. So I'm actually going to drop that gun and not worry about it anymore because that's pretty awful. I definitely do not want to have an item that makes it so that randomly I don't get loot. That seems horrible. That seems like very counterproductive, you know? I will say, I do like that chance bullets gives you... that's dumb. Should have used cigarettes once. I do like that chance bullets gives you the good projectile. It gives you the mega hand shot. It gives you the super shot out of the punching glove. I just hate that it does disintegrate your payouts because that's very unfortunate. The whole disintegrated enemies don't drop anything is a bad design. I think it's fine because it makes sense. The enemies... How did I get so much money? The enemies being disintegrated, they don't have a chance to drop any money. I just think that it's a... It's unfortunate that we're getting that effect out of the chance bullets. Ghost with the most. Freezing, I think. Looks big, looks blue. I have no idea. Let's skedaddle. We can't skedaddle, skadoodle. We have 0 keys. Well, we have 0 keys, we have 0 keys. Junk. Oh, that's our first junk. I was very confused for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute, what? That's not like junk in Synergy, is it? No. Just junk. I will say, I hate getting junk late in the game because by the time I get junk late in the game, I've already passed by a lot of junk opportunities. And at this point in the game, I just want the items or nothing at all. I hate when you break one chest at the end of your run and it's like, oh, hey, it's junkin'. Hey, it's fantastic. It's exactly what I wanted. Not, by the way. Okay, I tell you what I'm gonna do. In this room, I'm gonna take damage. Maybe this'll make it so that I can actually get the flawless, because I tried this once before. Deckard's gonna pierce and it's not gonna explode properly, I think. I tried this once before, and I actually didn't get the flawless because I took damage in the hallway, I believe. It may not have been a Sprun thing. Actually, I can still make these explode on impact. I just have to hit him at the correct angle. So I want to be a little bit more careful with the... How did those things get exploded so quickly? I want to be a little bit careful with the... taking of self-damage in the hallway there. This is a test, basically, right now. I'm loving the weird bouncy beam effect, though. Okay. What do we want for the next phase? Probably old Goldie and then, like, blooper, and then we'll switch back to old Goldie after it passively reloads, maybe? So, by the way, I understand that it is technically part of the same room. What I didn't understand up until I had discovered that weird issue where if you take damage in the hallway, it technically counts as the boss fight, is that why does that technically count as the boss fight? Shouldn't the boss fight only begin when the boss is spawned in? But apparently not. Apparently it's maybe a property of the room itself. I don't know. But this time around, we took damage outside of the hallway, and we did get the flawless. So I guess if you have Sprun, and you want to hurt yourself before the boss fight, like maybe you have rage and cigarettes or something, you gotta do it here. That just seems so strange, you know? It's so weird. But hey, it is what it is. Anyways, we're done with the floor. Been to the secret room. We have a little bit of HP remaining in our dispensary, which is probably in the entrance. Yeah. So we'll eat it, and we'll get the hell out of here. Makes sense for teleporter and escape rope if it checks if you take damage in the room, not if you took damage in the fight. Yeah, that's the thing, is escape rope. In the past, whenever I've tried to use escape rope and I've tried to use it to reset the boss fight so I could try to get the flawless again, it wouldn't work. And I guess it's because the game checks for damage on the room, not damage on the fight. It's very unusual and very dumb, but hey, it's okay, I suppose. Well, at least we're gonna get Sprun out of it. Sprun plus an evil Gone Muncher. I do like getting the piercing bullet effect with the Sprun gun. Although, to be perfectly honest, what we should probably do at this point is just Sprun every room, huh? Because we basically can. Maybe not literally, you know, we're probably gonna run out of HP. Yeah, these stupid Deckard shots, they actually pierce. But we can almost just Sprun everything. I wish we had a slightly better, Sprun activation. But what we have is decent enough. I guess we'll just take ammo for the demon head. And we'll use Old Goldie in the fat line. Old Goldie in the fat line. That sounds like a great name for a jug band. I don't even know what is a jug band? Is that a band that they play their instruments on like jugs and pots and stuff? Because I'll be honest, I have no freaking idea. Let's get the hell out of here. Demon's Hand, and I guess we'll just keep using Old Goldie Fat Line. Old Goldie and the fat line. I hope we get another chest. Use Flame Hand. I really did not want to use the Flame Hand. Oh, you know what? It does pierce at least. It doesn't light enemies on fire, though. Fat line is so bad. Sorry, did I say fat line? I meant, the Flame Hand synergy is pretty bad. I hate it because it doesn't actually do any piercing. Well, I mean, normally it does, and now the whole thing is that it is piercing, but it's not lighting the enemies on fire. It's just like, just use Old Goldie in the fat line. Original name not found. Hello, welcome. How you doing? What is this run? It's just a standard Paradox run. It's been going pretty well. Picking up more passives. We have Led God. It is nice to get multiple chance bullet chances out of the fat line. That is pretty sweet. I think I'd rather just take Old Goldie though. Actually, you know what? Fat line is probably pretty good at taking these guys out. Because the high rate of fire piercing should probably do a pretty good job. I do like the bouncing beam effect. That's pretty sweet. I don't know where my projectiles are going. I guess they're just attacking enemies that I can't see from the fat line. Here's hoping I can get some transmogrification. Let's just spam shots everywhere! I mean, with chance bullets plus beams, it kind of is working. We're already in the next phase. Maybe I've been doing the fat line all wrong. Maybe the strategy for the fat line is you just do this. Bleh. At least with chance bullets, maybe. Why is Snake Maker so rare? As is the case with most A-level guns in Gungeon, they're just rare due to chest rarity. That's it. It's unfortunate because a lot of the A-tier guns are fun. AKA Old Goldie. It's a shotgun. Why is it A-tier and so rare if it's just a shotgun? What is that weird bouncing projectile? Oh, is that the shot from Space Friend? I think it totally is. It's like if it misses, it just bounces around a little bit. Yep, that's what it is. Old Goldie buffs your coolness too. Speaking of which... Actually, that hit didn't do anything. Ah! Pulled me out of my map. Alright, it's Lich time. We're gonna use... You know what? Give me the frickin' gunslingers. This is not the gunslinger. Let's see what these gunslingers can do. They're all buffed up now. Alright, this is not what I had in mind. Firing off chance bullet shots, but you know what? It's acceptable. Ow. Well, you know what? Let's see what the Wind Gunner can do. Blech. As I spit out 6 billion bullets that all hit the damage cap individually, basically. Got him. Oh, that's so pretty. Thank you. Come on. I'm losing wind gunner time here, game. You're lucky, game. You're lucky you're not spawning in poison pursuit underneath me. What the hell happened there? There it is. Oh, you know what? The Sprun familiar. What the hell? The Sprun familiar is okay. The Sprun familiar. I was okay. Weird train of thought here. Here's what's happening in my brain. Why the hell are the enemy bullets being destroyed? I don't understand it. Where's my Sprun familiar too? Oh, wait a minute. I remember. The Sprun familiar takes a long time to reach you, doesn't it? But that doesn't. Why are the bullets? Oh, because the Sprun familiar, because it takes so long to reach you, it's technically like glitching out and breaking bullets all over the place. Or Space Friend, for that matter. I didn't think about it. And then I thought about it, and then I realized, oh, wait a minute, it makes total sense. These things are even related, sort of. Anyways. Ding dong, the Lich is dead. He's dead. Thank you, Wind Gunner, aka Sprun. I need to use that more often, because that is a... Oh, that's why that happens. When we lose the Wind Gunner effect, the UI of the game shows up for some reason. Very strange. But that's it's a good combination. Being able to have Sprun and be able to activate it whenever you want, whether it's a BCDD20T run where you're using fire, whether it's cigarettes giving you a little bit of extra coolness as well. We, I think, did a pretty good job. It was a little bit of a iffy run early. You know, by the time we were heading down to the Abbey, we basically had the Rattler and half ammo and everything combined, so I was a little bit scared, but we picked up a couple of good guns on the floor that, and some ammo drops that made it worthwhile, and made it possible. So there we go. The only time you've ever had Sprun, it was activated by holding a gun with no ammo. That would also be another good use case for it. You know, there's a lot of good use cases for Sprun. Lighting yourself on fire, you can do that purposefully. Taking damage, we've found a way to do that purposefully, and conducive to flawlessing the bosses as well, by doing it before the boss fight and getting the gun for the boss fight. You know, but there's a lot of good activation cases for Sprun, flipping a table, but there's a lot of bad cases too. Luckily, I haven't picked up any of the bad cases, which is kind of, I think, a little bit of, you know, streamer luck there. You know, going down to half a heart, that would suck. Using the last blank, that would suck. You know, you could only do that once on a floor, maybe twice, maybe more than that, but you don't want that to happen. You don't want Sprun to activate, but, you know, getting hurt, flipping a table, lighting yourself on fire, but not actually taking fire damage, all great activation choices for Sprun. Anyways, for those of you on YouTube, hey, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Enter the Gungeon.